You know what's wild? The people who claim to be your friends when everything's going great are the exact same people who vanish. The second things get hard. And the worst part? You probably already know who they are. You just don't want to admit it. Because admitting that someone you thought was your friend is actually just using you for entertainment or convenience or whatever they're getting from you that feels like getting punched in the chest. I spent years making excuses for people who only showed up when it benefited them. Oh, they're just busy. Oh, they're going through stuff. Oh, maybe I'm being too sensitive. And then one day, I accidentally did something that made every single fake friend I had show their true colors in like 48 hours. I didn't even mean to do it. I just stopped doing one thing, and suddenly it was like I put on glasses that let me see who actually cared and who was just pretending. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. So let me tell you exactly what happened and how you can do the same thing starting today. Here's the thing about fake friends. They're not walking around with a sign that says, I'm using you. They look like real friends. They laugh at your jokes. They text you memes. They say we should hang out soon, even though soon never actually comes. They're there for the fun stuff, the parties, the good news, the times when being around you makes them look good or feel good or gets them something they want. But the second you need something, the second you're going through something hard and you're not fun anymore, crickets. Suddenly they're so busy. Suddenly they have a thing. Suddenly they saw your message, but they'll reply later, and later never comes. And you're sitting there, if feeling like maybe you're asking for too much. Maybe you're being needy. Maybe you're the problem. What? No, they're just fake. And the crazy part is they don't even think they're being fake. They genuinely believe they're your friend, because in their mind, friendship is about what they get, not what they give. I had this friend, let's call her Maya. We hung out all the time, every weekend, every event. We had inside jokes. We'd stay up texting about random stuff. I thought we were close, like actually close. Then I went through something hard, family stuff. The kind of thing where you just need someone to listen, not fix it, not give advice, just be there. I texted her. I was honest. I said, hey, I'm going through it right now, and I could really use a friend. You know what she said? Oh, I'm sorry you're dealing with that. Hope you feel better soon. And then she posted Instagram stories at a party that same night. Didn't invite me, didn't check in, didn't follow up, just sent me a thoughts and prayers text and moved on with her life as there. And I sat there staring at my phone thinking, wait, did I misread this entire friendship? Was I just the person she hung out with when she was bored? Turns out, yes, that's exactly what I was. And once I realized that I couldn't pretend anymore. So here's the one thing that exposes fake friends instantly. Stop being the one who always reaches out. Stop being the one who plans everything. Stop being the one who initiates every conversation. Stop being the one who makes all the effort. Just stop. And watch what happens, because real friends will notice. Real friends will text you and say, hey, haven't heard from you in a minute, you good? Real friends will reach out because they actually miss you, not because they need something from you. But fake friends will let the friendship die without a single word. They'll just move on. They won't even notice you're gone because you were never really there to them in the first place. You were just convenient. Let me tell you what happened when I did this. I stopped texting first. I stopped making plans. I stopped being the one who kept the friendship alive. And within 2 weeks, I had my answer. Some people reached out immediately. They noticed, they cared, they said, what's going on? I miss you. Let's catch up. Those were my real friends. But Maya? Nothing. Radio silence. I didn't hear from her for 3 months. 3 months. And when she finally did text, it was a hey girl. How have you been? Like we'd just talked yesterday. No acknowledgement that she ghosted me for a quarter of a year. No concern about why I stopped reaching out. Just casual small talk, like I was a acquaintance she ran into at the grocery store. That's when I knew for sure. She was never my friend. She was just someone I was friends with. Big difference. Here's the psychology behind this, and it's actually fascinating. Fake friends operate on what's called a transactional relationship model. They're there as long as the transaction benefits them. You make them laugh, transaction complete. You invite them to cool events, transaction complete. You make them feel good about themselves, transaction complete. But the second the transaction stops benefiting them, they're out. They don't invest emotional energy. They don't reciprocate. They just take, and when there's nothing left to take, they move on to the next person. Real friends operate on a relational model. They're there because they value you as a person, not because of what you do for them. They invest, they show up, they reciprocate. They care whether you're fun or not, because friendship to them isn't about entertainment, it's about connection. Now, here's where it gets tricky. When you stop reaching out, you're going to feel guilty. Your brain is going to tell you you're being a bad friend. You're going to think, maybe I should just text them. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe they really are just busy. Don't listen to that voice. That voice is the people-pleasing part of your brain that's been trained to believe that your worth is tied to how much effort you put into keeping people around. But here's the truth. If someone only talks to you when you initiate, if someone only hangs out when you plan it, if someone only cares when it's convenient, they don't actually care about you. They care about what you provide. And you are not a vending machine. You are not a convenience store. You are a human being who deserves friends who show up without being begged to. I'm not saying cut people off immediately. I'm saying test the friendship. Give it space. See what happens. Because sometimes people are genuinely going through stuff, and they're not great at reaching out. That's different. Those people will eventually come back and apologize and explain and make an effort. But fake friends won't. Fake friends will just let you drift away and never even wonder why. And once you see that, once you realize that the friendship only existed because you were holding it together with duct tape and desperation, you'll understand that letting it go isn't you being mean. It's you being honest with yourself about what was never really there. Let me give you another example. I had a group chat with like 5 people. We'd been friends since college. We talked every day, shared memes, made plans. I thought we were solid. Then I stopped being the one who kept the chat active. I stopped sending the memes. I stopped asking how everyone's day was. I stopped initiating plans. And you know what happened? The group chat went silent. For weeks. Nobody said anything. Nobody asked where I went. Nobody reached out privately to check on me. And then one day, someone sent a random meme and everyone responded like nothing had happened. Like I hadn't been carrying that entire group chat on my back for years. That's when I realized I wasn't part of a friend group. I was the person who made the friend group feel like a friend group. Without me, they didn't even talk to each other. I was the glue, and the second I stopped being the glue, it all fell apart. And honestly, good. Because I deserve friends who want to talk to me, not friends who need me to facilitate their social life. Now let's talk about what you're going to see when you do this. You're going to see 3 types of people. Type 1 is the real friends. They'll reach out within a few days. They'll notice something's off. They'll ask if you're okay. They'll make an effort because they value you. Keep these people. Invest in these friendships. These are the ones worth your energy. Type 2 is the maybe friends. These are people who care, but they're not great at reaching out. They might take a week or 2, but they'll eventually check in. They'll be like, hey, I realized we haven't talked in a while and I miss you. These people are worth giving another chance. They're not fake, they're just not naturally proactive. That's okay. Not everyone shows love the same way. But type 3? Type 3 is the fake friends. They will not reach out. They will let months go by without a word. And when you finally see them in person, or they randomly text you, it'll be surface level small talk with zero acknowledgement that they ghosted you. These people, let them go. Seriously, you don't need an explanation. You don't need closure. You don't need to confront them. Just let the silence speak for itself and move on. Here's what I wish someone had told me years ago. The people who want to be in your life will make an effort to be in your life. You shouldn't have to convince anyone to care about you. You shouldn't have to beg anyone to show up. You shouldn't have to perform or entertain or provide value just to earn someone's friendship. Real friendship is mutual. It's reciprocal. It's I show up for you and you show up for me without keeping score. Fake friendship is one-sided. It's you doing all the work while they reap all the benefits. And the second you stop working, they're gone. That's not friendship. That's a parasitic relationship where you're the host and they're just feeding off your energy. So here's your homework, and I'm serious about this. For the next 2 weeks, stop initiating. Stop being the first one to text. Stop making plans. Stop being the glue. Just exist and see who reaches out. See who notices. See who cares. And I know this is going to be uncomfortable. I know you're going to feel like you're losing friends. But here's the thing, you can't lose what you never really had. If someone only talks to you when you initiate the conversation, they were never your friend to begin with. They were just someone you were friends with. And there's a massive difference. One is a relationship, the other is a habit. And habits can be broken. Now, I'm not saying everyone who doesn't reach out is fake. Some people are genuinely bad at texting. Some people are going through their own stuff. Some people assume you're fine because you always seem fine. That's why I said 2 weeks, not 2 days. Give it time. Give people a chance. But also pay attention to patterns. If someone consistently only shows up when you make it easy for them, that's a pattern. If someone consistently only cares when it benefits them, that's a pattern. If someone consistently treats you like an option while you treat them like a priority, that's a pattern. And patterns don't lie. Here's what happened to me after I did this. I went from thinking I had 20 friends to realizing I had 5 real ones. And honestly, those 5 are worth more than the 20 ever were. Because now, when someone says they care, I actually believe them. Because now, when someone shows up, I know it's because they want to, not because I begged them to. Because now I'm not wasting my energy on people who don't value it. I'm investing it in people who do. And my life is so much better for it. I'm not saying it didn't hurt to realize how many people didn't actually care. It did. It hurt like hell. But you know what hurt more? Spending years pouring into friendships that were never going to pour back. That was the real pain. This was just the truth. And the truth might sting, but at least it's honest. Here at Cyclips ES, we don't just talk about psychology. We make it make sense. If this hit home for you, hit that subscribe button. Because next week, we're breaking down why people who truly care about you will never make you feel like you're too much. And trust me, you're going to want to hear that one. Your future self, the one with real friends who actually show up, is already thanking you for watching this. Now go stop reaching out and see who reaches back. The answer might surprise you, or it might confirm what you already knew deep down. Either way, you deserve to know the truth. You've got this.